Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. This is going to be a review and wear test of the new Colourpop No Filter foundation as well as their No Filter loose setting powder. So Colourpop came out with a whole no filter line to match their no filter concealer. So now they have the foundation, the loose setting powder, as well as a pressed setting powder. Today I only have the foundation and the actual loose setting powder. But before we get into this review, sis, hold on. Like, I just need to show y'all these colors. These colors. I'm a little confused, okay? I don't know how they're going about this, and maybe I'm tripping just from looking at the bottle. I don't know how it's gonna look on my skin. Maybe I'm tripping, but I just want to show y'all. So the shade that I got in the foundation is dark 175, and this is what it looks like. Now, me initially looking at this in the bottle, I'm like, this shit is light. This shit is light. But when I go on the website, so how I was able to pick my shade, I went on the website and they have it broken down where it says skin tone. So for skin tone, they have fair, light, medium, medium, dark, dark, and deep dark. So for me, I put dark because I like to think that I'm pretty dark. Not deep dark, but I like to think that I'm dark. So I put dark as my skin tone. And for undertone, I put warm because I do have a warm undertone. And for that, 3 foundation shades showed up. So the first one is dark 155. Now, if you look at dark 155 on the model, I'm like, I'm not that light. That's not me. So then we go to dark 165. Again, this is the model, not me. That's too light. And then we get to dark 175, which is the shade that I ordered, and this is the model. And I'm like, okay, I can work with that. I can work with that. I mean, we're not the exact same skin tone. It seems to me that she's a little bit darker, but I'm like, we could work with that because even when I change my undertone from warm to cool and we get 4 more foundation shades, we get 150, which is way too light. We get 160, again, way too light. We get 170, which is too light. And then we get 180, which seems too dark in red tone, and I hate red tone foundations. So these colors, I don't really know. Like I said, I haven't put it on my skin yet. I haven't even tried it. Y'all finna do that with me. So I don't know. It still looks light, and there's no in between. And I didn't want to order more than one foundation to mix shades. So I'm not too sure how this is gonna work out, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. So I am going to prime my skin using my Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer, because even though they say this is a no filter foundation, I'm just gonna rub that in. So let's see what's up with this foundation. I'm gonna swatch it on my skin first. So it comes with a pump, a handy dandy pump. The bottle is really cute. It says Colourpop. It has a bunch of stars over it. So it's really cute. So I'm just going to take some on my finger. Oh, and by the way, on the website, you can also match your foundation shade by brand. So like, for instance, MAC. And I also did it by the brand too. I did MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and I was an NC50 in MAC Studio Fix Fluid. So that's another reason why I got this shade, because it said that dark 175 was for NC50. Now, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna just put some on. I probably should have did this by pump so you guys can know how much foundation it takes to cover a full face, like how many pumps of the foundation it takes to cover a full face. But we gonna go with it. I am going to use my beauty blender because I always use a beauty blender to blend out my foundations. Okay, it don't seem to be that bad. It don't seem to be that bad. I think it actually is a match. It's a match, y'all. It matches. Okay. I'm feeling it. First impression wise, I'm feeling it. Okay, so I gotta show y'all what the loose setting powder sits like on the skin, or how it looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my concealer and bronzer and blush and everything. Actually, no, I'm just gonna do my concealer and bronzer because I do like to put my setting powder over my concealer and bronzer, and then I like to put on my blush and highlight. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll be right back. So I'm back, y'all, with the rest of my base makeup done, and I zoomed y'all in so y'all can kind of see up close what's going on here. And let me just say that I am shook, y'all. Like, seriously, I am not trying to hype this foundation up, and I am not trying to be on the bandwagon of any sort, but I feel like my base makeup just looks really freaking flawless, like really, really good. And I haven't even added the no filter setting powder. And if you guys watch any of my tutorials, then you know that after I go in with my highlight powder and everything, I like to set my face to kind of tone it down a little bit so that my highlighted areas aren't as bright and stark. So let me zoom out a little bit. So now I'm going to be going in with the no filter setting powder, and I got the shade medium deep because I don't like for my powders to be super dark, even though it's supposed to be, I guess, like a, I don't know if this is supposed to be sort of like the Laura Mercier translucent deep powder, but I didn't want to get it too dark. I like it to add a little bit of color, but not too much. So the brush I'm going to be using today to set my face is the Morphe R2 brush. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that in the cap, tap off the excess, and I'm going to set my face to see what this looks like. Okay, so I can see right off the rip that this gives color to the face. So this isn't supposed to be like a translucent type of powder. This is supposed to give you color, a little bit of color. I see that like already off the rip, but that's cool because, like I said, I'm toning down my highlight and everything anyway, so that's cool with me. Okay, so I don't know if I like the powder. I don't think I like the powder. I think my makeup looked a lot better and a lot more flawless without the powder. I feel like it's just making me look a little cake face, and I guess that's because it's not supposed to be like a translucent setting powder. I guess it's an actual powder, so I'm not yeah, it makes my skin look really dry. Hopefully it looks better after I set my face. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up everything else. I'm going to do my lower lash line because I haven't done that yet. I'm going to do my lips. I'm going to also spray my face with my Milani Make It Last 16-hour setting spray. And I'm going to come back and show you guys what everything looks like. Hopefully that powder settles with this spray because I'm not feeling the powder. Alright, y'all, I is back. So now I'm going to give you guys my first impressions review, but I'm not going to give you guys like my full review until after I've done the wear test for this foundation. And by the way, I think this is my new favorite nude lip combo. And if you want to know what it is, you got to read the description box. I'm not going to tell y'all. You gotta go down there and look. Okay, so first things first, the foundation. Okay, the foundation, I feel like it lives up to its name. The foundation is everything. I feel like this really did make my skin look flawless. It really did make my skin look perfect, and it really did like live up to its name of no filter. I feel like I could have went on Snapchat and took some pictures and some videos without a filter on, because this foundation had me looking like perfection. I think it's really, really good. And the shade match was actually really good, because when I was looking at this shade in the bottle, I was like, that ain't gonna work, that's way too light. But it actually looks really good. It actually looks pretty legit. So I really, really do like the foundation for now. First impressions wise, we got to see how it holds up in this Georgia heat, because that's going to be the real test. But damn, like I really I really do like this foundation. I'm here for it, especially for the price. It was $12. Like, and I showed y'all a close-up. I don't think it emphasized any texture on my skin, and I think that's really important, because if your foundation isn't sitting on your skin right, like your actual base, if it's not sitting on your skin right, then 9 times out of 10 the products that you put on top of it aren't going to sit on your skin right, and they are going to emphasize texture even more and emphasize skin imperfections even more. So if you can't get your primer and your foundation and stuff right, then your makeup's not gonna look good. So I'm really happy with the foundation so far. Now this powder, when I first applied it, it was a no-go. I feel like it just made my skin look really dry and kind of cakey, but after I set it with my Milani setting spray, I feel like it sunk into the skin how it's supposed to, and now it doesn't look that bad. And I'm gonna give you guys another close-up so you can kind of see it doesn't look that bad now. So I mean, I like the powder. I mean, it's not bad or whatnot. I just think I have to be careful when using this to make sure that I set my face and make sure that I don't go too ham with putting a whole lot of this on my skin. So I'm gonna show y'all a close-up. So I'm all up close and personal, all in your business. So this is what we looking like as far as skin goes. So this is what we looking like. This is what we looking like. Hey. I think it looks good. I think it looks perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna go do this wear test. Currently, oh Lord. So it's currently 14:24 or 2:24 for those of you that don't know military time. So I'm gonna check back in. I'm gonna give this 8 hours. That might be too late. We're gonna go with 6.5, maybe 7. Yeah, because I got oily skin anyway. So shit, probably by like the 4th hour we'll be seeing whether this foundation is all it's cracked up to be or not, because I have oily skin. So I'm gonna check in with you guys at 4 hours, and then I'm gonna check in with you guys at 6. So I'll see y'all later. Bye. Hey guys, so this is me checking in about 4 hours later, a little over 4 hours later. I don't have on a ring light or anything right now, so I guess I'm trying to give you guys like a better view of the foundation and what it looks like. So it is 6:41, 18:41, but 6:41, and this is what the foundation is looking like. So the main thing that I'm having a problem with is the smile lines around my mouth. It's caked up, like there's a little bit of foundation cake up, and then around my nose I feel like the foundation has broken up right here in the corners of my nose, but everywhere else looks pretty good. I'm not super dewy. This is my highlight and this is my highlight right here. Maybe a little bit shiny on my forehead and on my nose. I feel like I'm a little greasy on my nose, other than the highlight that's right here and right here. This is what we're working with. So I will be back to check in again at 8 o'clock. It is now 9:09. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's 21:09. I'm super sleepy and ready to come up out this makeup. But I must say that I am a fan of this foundation as well as the loose setting powder. I know I wasn't a fan of the powder first impressions just because of the way it sat on my skin. Once it settled into my skin and once I set it and everything, I feel like it did complete the entire makeup look. Overall, throughout the day, my makeup did look good, and even my friend complimented me on my makeup. The people who I saw throughout the day complimented me on my makeup. So I really do think that this combination, this foundation and setting powder, really did make me look flawless and really did make me look good. And as far as how the foundation held up, I feel like it held up just as good as any of my other foundations that I have. I mean, when it comes to oily skin, it's kind of hard to get a foundation that's not going to break down or that's not going to get shiny throughout the day. I have yet to find a foundation where I don't have to do anything at all to it all day long, for however long that I'm wearing it for. So I did have to blot a little bit, like around the 4-hour mark, like I told you guys, because it was kind of caking up and then it kind of disappeared around my nose and everything like that. But as far as full on having to powder and everything, I didn't have to do all of that with this foundation. And I even took a nap in this foundation, and this is what I'm looking like. So I am shiny, I am kind of dewy and whatnot, but I think that this foundation held up really nicely for a $12 foundation, and I really like the way it looked when I put it on, as well as how it looks now. So I would definitely give this foundation and this powder a big thumbs up and recommend it for you guys. So I am super sleepy, so I'm gonna go. I thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.